Emotions can feel like a jumbled mess sometimes, can't they? And that can cause confusion and inner distress that lasts a long time. So, one way of resolving this is to identify your emotions and separate yourself from them a bit. Now, if you have trouble identifying your emotions, you might compare them to something else in life, like the weather. Use the internal weather report that I'm about to present to you, or a scale to do this. Now, these tools are especially helpful for children and teens, but adults find them quite useful too, especially in the moment when it's hard to identify emotions or we don't really want to get into talking about it. So, try generating an internal weather report. This is a report on your feelings, on how you feel inside, in the same way that you generate or listen to reports about the weather outside. First, decide what types of weather are associated with your feelings. For example, what do you associate with happiness? What type of weather? Or what do you associate with sadness? What type of weather? You might say that you associate happiness with bright sunny skies and sadness with stormy skies or heavy rains. You might say that you associate anger with a tornado that's brewing or coming your way. So once you know what your associations are or what you choose to associate your feelings with, and that's really up to you, it will help you to generate an internal weather report. Okay? And then when you're feeling particular things, if you have difficulty putting a word on it, like I am feeling happy or I am feeling angry, you might just think about what kind of weather is happening inside of you. Now, for example, if you can't say I am feeling angry, do you feel like there's a storm inside of you? If you feel like, or if you can't say I am feeling sad, do you feel like there are heavy, dark clouds inside of you? If you feel like you're happy or joyful, does it feel like there's bright sunshine inside of you? Now, using that weather type language or vocabulary, you can actually generate your own internal weather report. And one of the most beautiful things about comparing your feelings to the weather is that weather passes, it changes, and you might remind yourself of this. Remind yourself that this too shall pass. The feelings you're experiencing will pass. So take a moment and generate an internal weather report right now. Now, a second tool to express feelings, if you can't yet talk about them with words, is to compare them to other feelings on a scale or ask a loved one to do this for you. Let's try it now. Using a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very sad and 10 being very joyful, how do you feel right now? If you can't find a word to say how you feel right now, then choose a number. So if 1 is very sad and 10 is very joyful, where are you on that scale? Are you a 2, a 7, or maybe a 5? Where are you on the scale? This is a quick and direct check-in, and you can use any scale you wish. You can use, for example, calm or angry. And using your own scale makes the comparison relatable to you. So recognize whether or not this was helpful. Was it helpful to compare your feelings to other things instead of always talking about the language associated with feelings? Was it helpful in helping you to identify the feelings better? And were you able to then separate them from you by holding them objectively? And by holding them objectively or separately, did you feel more control in your emotions? Or did you have the thought that they might pass more quickly? Those are some of the possible great benefits of the internal weather report or placing your feelings on a scale. Try it with yourself when you're in various situations where you don't want to or you can't find the words for the feelings, or you can actually turn to loved ones like children or a partner and ask them, what's your internal weather like today? Are you feeling bright and sunny or dark and stormy? Anything in between? And you'll find it interesting to hear the weather reports that they generate. Or you might ask a partner on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very, very tired and 10 being totally energized. How do you feel today? It helps with helping the person to identify how they're feeling, and that helps them and you. Try it.